Anyway, take two. I just finished recording this, but when it came to the saving the video, it came up with its usual random garbage about that it can't save. But yeah, there's a couple of things I just want to talk about. One of which being the usual update on my current project, and the other one is a potential new project. Be warned, just like my last attempt at the video, I'm most likely going to ramble. And although that's nothing really new with me. Anyway, my current project is per normal, being sleeves. Hopefully I'm holding this up properly, because I had to cut out a section of the previous video due to things not even being seen on screen. Even though I held them up as high as I could. But, got sleeves here. Picture real. The reason I'm holding up the pattern is because I've actually decided to change some of the colours, primarily his face. If you notice, there's this sort of darky shade-ish pink. Its anchor colour is shell pink, very dark. I've got it here. 897, it's that. Although it's actually supposed to be representative of maroon, because in the Quest of Memories fanfiction that Eternal Fluffy wrote, she actually states that the black in Riala's hat and his sleeves, the cufflinks of his sleeves, actually got drained to be in a maroon colour, and his skin, the colour of that, drained from blue to white. So I'm changing it to the white and beigey colours that are being used in his clothes. So, as you can barely see down here, actually if I get one of the other sheets, right, there we go, that's the bits underneath it, so that's them, like the hand there, I've actually managed to fix that, because it's not properly proportioned, but I've fixed it in the actual pattern. But the colours here, which are I like beige and white, like general, which is number 2 anchor. I don't know what general white is on DMC. Actually, those colours will be used for that. A couple of other things. This blue thing, the jewel that you see in the picture, if I can get it, this will probably not show up at all, but it's something like that. But it's supposed to be 2 halves of the picture. According to, I think it might be in the instruction manual for the first Knight's game, I'm not too sure. Archie Comic has about it, and I think it's actually confirmed somewhere on one of the Sonic Team websites or something. The red jewel that Knights has is actually a shard of this big red orb, known as the area of courage, or bravery if you're playing the first game. And as Riala's diamond-shaped jewel there is supposed to be the counterpart to Knight's, that would technically mean that his is a shard of the blue orb, known as the idea of intelligence. So, I'm wondering, does that mean he carries his intelligence around stuck on his chest as opposed to in his brain? Because technically, if you're going by that whole confirmed thing that Knights has Red Idia shard, Riala's will be a blue one, therefore Riala carries his intelligence around on his chest. Yeah, it loves to mock other folk for their so-called intelligence. Don't know if he's jealous. But in terms of that, I'm going to have to be quick because the tumble dryers actually just finished. There's what I had done before. I actually have pictures showing that progress, but if you notice, it's only that small piece of material. There's not a big huge bit stuck on a ring, and that's because I got fed up of using the material. The rest of it didn't go to waste. I just cut round this section and I've put them in the box. I put the scraps in, for future smaller projects. But that in itself's not going to waste because I'm using it. For that, I've decided to go back to the plastic. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, but I've actually put grid lines on it. However, using regular pen, they quickly fade out, which, when finishing the project, is a good thing, but while doing the project, is not. Actually, in fact, the permanent marker I've used for the numbers is also fading out. Believe it or not. You can see it more on the left side with the... So, yeah, I've decided to go back to plastic with this. And the second thing, please ignore the black background for some weird reason. I don't know if it's to do with the programs or whatever, but when it comes to printing PNG images, they always seem to have black background or whatever other colour, even though they're not supposed to. So it kills my cartridges. Danny look cute! This little thing is called an awaker. For anyone that's played the first Knights game, you should know that you get this like big clock that's inside an eggshell, known as the alarm egg, chases Clarice and Elliot around when you're playing as them too long. In the second game, Will and Helen, the 12-year-olds you get to play as in that game, gotta deal with these. Whenever you're controlling Will and Helen, you actually have in the bottom right corner of the screen a little round dial that as the hand moves, it turns red. Once it makes one full turn, I don't know if it's real time or in-game time, but it represents 1 minute. Once that 1 minute finishes and it's completely red, these start showing up. They're basically the alarm egg of the second game. And they're pretty swift. They just show up, they're, chill out. But within about a few seconds, they automatically go after Will or Helen respectively. In this case, this one showed up in front of Helen. But they basically show up and chase after them. And should one catch them, it slows them down. Should a second one catches them, they're lucky to even move. The third one, all three lift them up. And they start carrying them upwards, which is how the game states, game over! You gotta redo the stage again. I don't mind them showing up, they're cute. If anyone could find a plushie of these, let me know. Because I want a plushie. This was actually an idea I had for a potential future project. It's a nice little different shade blue, although it shows some cream and pink in it, but primarily blue ghost thing. It was actually a fun story behind taking that picture. At the time I took it, I didn't have composite cables for recording, so I had to use my digital camera. And as I said, within a few seconds of them showing up, they move. They start chasing the kids. So I was lucky I actually got that picture. In fact, getting that picture is the reason why Helen got caught, and I had to redo the mission, which I didn't mind, because it's a platforming mission, and as much as players of the Knights franchise hate the missions where you have to play as the kids, I loved them. They're my favourite missions. Followed by the ones that you have to rescue Knights perpetually, which I don't get why players of the first game complain about that when playing the second game, considering all the first game comprises of is you have to rescue Knights. Every single level. That's all you do. At least in the second game, you get variety. Just getting out of there. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update on that, saying how things are going with the first picture, showing a second potential picture. I'm going to have to sign off now because I have laundry to deal with. But thank you everyone for who's watching.